Good evening, ladies and gents. So a question I am asked quite a lot is, what kind of units should I be bringing for Territory War? What units should I be focusing on actually picking up early game to make the most benefit to the house that I am in for Territory War? So in this video I'm going to cover both attack and defense units that you want to be bringing to Territory Wars. Before we get into the video though, hit that subscribe button if you want to be kept up to date with the latest and greatest of Conquerors Blade. Before we get into the purpose of the video, I just want to quickly put it out there that there is a brand new content creators pack which has this armor in. Now this pack is the Honorable General pack and it comes with the Shang Zhao armor set, which is this cool red looking armor set. If you do want to pick up this pack, and it comes with a load of other consumables as well, not just this armor, you will need a content creators code. If you use my code GLINGG, I will love you forever and ever. I get a little bit of commission from it, really just help to keep the channel going. Plus you get loads of cool stuff from it. So the purpose of the video, what units do I want to be focusing on? I'm brand new into the game, or I'm pretty early into the game, or even I've been playing for the game for quite a while, but I'm still not entirely sure what kind of units I should be bringing into Territory Wars. Territory Wars are a entirely different beast to normal siege battles, and some units you will never ever see in Territory Wars, and there are good reasons for that. They can get away with being played in normal sieges, but they will just be an absolute hindrance in Territory Wars. So I'm going to be covering everything in the form of a tier list tonight. Now S tier is going to be the real top units you want to be going for. A's are really good units that if you haven't got the S tier units, go for those A tier units. B's are decent units still, they're okay. If you haven't got anything else, bring those. C's are, try and stay away from them, but if you have literally nothing else, then go for those units. And everything you do not see on the list, do not bring to Territory Wars. There is a lot of stuff you will not see tonight in either the attack list or the defense list. So I'm going to start off with the attack list. So this list is going to be primarily focused on units to bring when you are sieging mainly a castle, a fort, a town, that kind of thing. Village fights are a little bit different because they're a lot more open. You can get away with bringing some other kind of variations of units, but those kind of fights are usually quite cav heavy. So if you are going into a village fight that is going to be a field battle, take cav units. You can't really go wrong with that. So this attacking and defending is more focused on actually city defenses, town defenses, fort defenses, that kind of thing, and attacks. So getting into it, I'm going to bring this picture up. Now this picture is just going to stay on the screen now for a little while so you can have a proper look at it. Unfortunately I couldn't put the names of the units on, but I'm going to go through them anyway and give you a quick blurb as to the reasons why they are in this position for. So S-Class for attacking units for Territory War, you're going to be looking at your Monastic Knights and your Winged Hussars. These are the best clearers in terms of cavs. Cav is very, very useful in a attack scenario because you can actually cross-charge over points such as the X point, such as the home point, even certain supply points as well, and really do a lot of damage into a defending force. They are also very good for keeping the pressure on when you're going through things like the front gate, when you've got units going up onto the walls and stuff, and you'll want to put a little bit of pressure on that front gate so you can start drawing people away from those walls. Cavalry is your main source of doing that. Monastics are a little bit tankier, Hussars are a little bit more damage dealing. Pick the one that you prefer playing. I wouldn't take personally both of them to a city battle though. I would only take one or the other, so I am a little bit varied in my unit formation of what I am bringing, because I would bring then another S tier class unit for the attack, which is the IPGs. The Imperial Pike Guards are an amazing unit. You definitely want to be picking these up as quickly as you possibly can. These units are very, very good, both attack and defense, and they will help you massively even in normal siege battles as well. Imperial Pike Guards or IPGs, you definitely want to be unlocking these as quickly as possible. Siphonores, these are the flamethrower boys. These are guys at really good at actually putting out a lot of damage, clearing death boxes, and really mopping up packs of enemies very, very quickly. They are a little bit weak in terms of actually getting hit and stuff, so they must be used in conjunction with shield units, pike units, that kind of stuff, to actually give them a little bit of cover so they can get into positions and rain down fire on enemies to really clear out death boxes and stuff. A very, very good very, very good unit to bring into an attacking force in Territory Wars. Stalwarts are an exceptional unit as well. They are very, very good, both attack and defense, and they will be your shield for all of your more squishier units such as the Siphonores. These guys will soak up the damage, these guys will block the damage, so actually you can get more damage dealing and heavy hitting kind of units into a position where they're going to actually be able to put out that damage and really make an effect on a defending force. Use these in conjunction with other units. Falconettis are very good again at raining down fire onto big blobs of enemies or big blobs of defenders such as death boxes and stuff. If you can get them into a position where you can. They are again a little bit squishy. Make sure you are not dispatching these guys right to the front line because they are going to get absolutely wiped instantly. They are also very good at breaking down gates, breaking down breach walls and stuff as well. They are multi-talented units. They are a very, very good unit to bring into an attack. Now, looking at the A tier class units, these are your Azaps. They are a very heavy hitting and can soak a bit of damage kind of unit as well. Very, very good for the kind of shock assault, much like the Berserkers as well. Even though these guys are, there's only 8 in the unit, they pump out a lot of damage very, very quickly. They can get up ladders very quickly as well because there's only 8 of them. It doesn't take long for them all to get to the top of the ladder. Paladins as well. I've put Paladins in the A class here and not the B. I was kind of umming and ahhing about this one, but I've put them into the A class because actually if you can get these guys onto a wall, if you can get these guys literally behind a death box, which can be done quite easily sometimes in Territory War, these guys will rush in there and cause absolute carnage against people. And because they are shield users, they will be able to soak up a little bit of damage as well, so they don't go down that quick in comparison to some other units. Now the B tier units, these are the okay units. If you haven't really got anything else, bring these. So Imperial Javelineers, do not bring any other form of javelins. Imperial Javelineers are very, very good at instant wiping heroes, but also putting out a lot of range damage, a lot of range pressure onto places. Their range is not great in comparison to archer units, but these guys are good at getting in there and putting out a lot of damage very, very quickly. And there is a certain someone I have seen in my previous house that uses these guys quite a lot in Territory War, and he does display the reasons why these are a B tier unit, because actually they do help out massively in Territory Wars. But you really need to learn how to play these javelins. They are not a unit where you will be able to just go in, take them and just score a load of kills. You need to learn how to position them, when to use them, and when to actually deploy them as well. Moving on to the Liao's Rangers. Now these guys are, they were the meta before. They have had quite a few nerfs in the last few months. They are still decent unit to bring into Territory Wars, and I have recently been bringing them in, and they are still clearing certain points. Nowhere near as good as they used to be, but again, if I haven't got anything else, or you haven't got anything else to bring in these guys, they are going to help out quite a bit. Scylla Hadars, these are very, very good damage dealing units when used again in conjunction with other units such as the Stalwarts and stuff. These guys can get up onto the walls and rain down quite a lot of damage onto other melee units. These guys are very good and very quick at moving and can get into positions quite quickly in comparison to some other units and dish out quite a lot of damage very, very quickly. Now the C class, or the C tier, the only thing I have put in here for the attacking is Iron Reapers. Iron Reapers pump out a lot of damage still, however they are very slow. They are very slow attacking, and their tankiness is not the greatest. I believe these guys are going to be getting buffed soon, but right at this stage they are in that C tier. If you do not have anything else, bring the Reapers. If you have any of the above units, bring those instead, because the Reapers are going to fall foul to anything else. Everything you do not see on this list, do not bring to Territory Wars. There are still people asking, should I bring woodcutters, should I bring this, that and the other to Territory Wars? They are no benefit whatsoever. Just don't bring them. It's a waste of time and they actually slow you down on the map, so just do not bring them. They're an absolute waste of time. So that was all the attacking units. Now obviously there is a massive difference between attack and defense, and that is what we're moving into now. So defensive units, I am going to go through these. Same applies again with the actual classes. So S tier are the ones you definitely want to be going for. If I've already explained them in the attacking list, I'm not going to go so much into them this time, but as you can see, there's a couple of different units in here. So S class, the Forte Braccio pikemen, or the pasta pikes, are amazing for death boxes, especially coupled with their stun doctrine. So if you brace these guys and you have that stun doctrine, it actually stuns units that run into that brace, and that CC is massive for you to actually stop any sudden charges coming in through the gate or wherever. Forte Braccio pikemen are very good unit and one of my top units by far. These guys are definitely worth getting. Make sure you get these as soon as possible and get them leveled up, and try and get that stun doctrine on them as quick as you can as well. All of the other units in the S tier are actually as the same as the attack one. So you got your IPGs, your Siphonores, your Stalwarts and your Hussars. All of these guys, if you get any of these, you are going to be a massive benefit to your house in Territory Wars. Obviously make sure you are getting them leveled up as quick as you can, and you are getting some decent doctrines for them as well, because doctrines make a huge difference in terms of units. Now I've put the monastics down to an A for this one, because I personally believe in defense Hussars can clear points a lot better than the monastics can. So if you have had a sudden rush of attackers, they've started taking over X, say, and you've got the choice between Hussars or monastics, I personally would always go Hussars. I feel that they are going to clear that point a little bit better than the monastics will. But if monastics is all you've got, they are still going to do a decent job of it. Pavis are an insane unit, and I don't think they're as well loved as they should be, because Pavis have actually saved a few Territory Wars for me personally in the past, where I have managed to find and put them into a position where actually they are at such a benefit, because they can't be cav charged, they can't be attacked by anything, because they're in a position where nothing can actually reach them, that these guys are just absolutely destroying stuff, and it makes a huge difference in terms of your Territory Wars. These guys, coupled up with their double bolt doctrine as well, purple doctrine, are absolutely insane, pump out a huge amount of damage very quickly, and they again are going to be a massive benefit to you and your defensive Territory Wars. I wouldn't be bringing these in attack, they're not that great in attack, but for defense they are definitely one of the best. Shield Maidens are starting to make a name for themselves, and I know some people are still a little bit umming about these, but I can personally tell you, if you learn to micromanage these Shield Maidens with their defense buff and everything, these gals make a massive difference in your defensive strategies in Territory Wars. They are definitely worth getting, and they are definitely worth learning as well. Again, these are one of those units you have to learn how to play them, how to manage them, and how to actually use their abilities properly to make sure they are delivering their full potential, especially in Territory Wars. Berserkers are very good at clearing stuff up. Falconettis are very good at putting pressure, ranged pressure onto units. Not going to go into those guys that much. Now, B, Zaps, not so great at defense as they are attack. They are good at clearing points, they're good at getting a foot on the point to try and stop people actually taking that point, but other than that, I would personally go for anything above the Spear Sergeants. If you do not have the Stalwarts, go for the Spear Sergeants, which is their unpromoted version of the Stalwarts. These guys are still pretty decent, but I've only put them in the B tier because actually if you can get one of the above ones, they're going to be a lot better than these guys. Imperial Pike Guards as well, they are a big, heavy, solid shield. Don't really do much else other than blocking points off, but again, they are going to be quite useful in defense for you. The Owls Rangers, again, quite good at clearing points, not as good as Monastics or Hussars, but still worth picking up and still worth bringing if you don't have anything else. Paladins, pretty much exactly the same as Azaps, pretty good in a melee fight, can kind of step on, fight on point. Other than that, not much use for them in defense, to be honest. And C tier, you've got your Landsknechts as well, just for their braceability. They do pump out quite a bit of damage. They can actually soak a little bit of damage as well. When they're actually in death boxes and stuff in conjunction with Star Wars or whatever, they do help out a little bit, but if you have the Force Brachios, bring the Force Brachios instead. The Landsknechts are your kind of last ditch kind of, I got nothing else to bring, I'm gonna have to bring something. Bring your Landsknechts, they will help out a little bit. So I'm going to leave the video here. It has gone on for a little bit, but I hope this has helped a lot of you out there in terms of what to know, what to bring for Territory Wars, both for attack and for defense as well. If you have enjoyed this video, please do let me know. If this has helped you as well, please do let me know. If there is anything you want to add to it, or if there's anything that I've really missed, leave it down in the comments for everybody else as well, so actually we can help everybody learn what is best to bring to Territory Wars, so for all of us we get some nice, tasty, juicy Territory War fights. Better, the meaner the better, to be honest. Thank you very much for watching though, folks. I hope you have enjoyed this one. Please share this around to all your housemates, share this around to everybody that you think is going to help out. Hit that like button as well. I would love to get 100 likes on this video, so if we can make that happen, that would be amazing. Thank you very much for watching, folks, and as always I hope to catch you out on the battlefield.